Guys are difficult to fight because they're harder to hit, because they're smaller. He runs a lot, he moves a lot. Tyson's probably going to have a few rounds to deal with his movements, but he's very difficult to fight. Very difficult, very smart, very fast.
Mike Tyson has broken down the highly anticipated fight between Tyson Fury and Oleksandr Usyk. Similarly, former world champion Ricky Hatton also shared his thoughts, suggesting that a victory over Oleksandr Usyk should prompt Tyson Fury to consider retirement. In a conversation with Lord Ping, Hatton expressed his belief that a win against Usyk would solidify Fury's legacy in the sport, making further competition unnecessary. He said, "We know about the rematch clause in the contract, and then there are all the whispers about Tyson and AJ finally getting it on. But if Tyson beats Usyk, then I don't think anyone can question his legacy in the sport." Hatton highlighted the existing speculation surrounding potential rematches and a highly anticipated bout against Anthony Joshua. However, he emphasized that a victory over Usyk would elevate Fury's status to a point where his legacy would be beyond question. Reflecting on Fury's career trajectory, Hatton noted that at this stage, there would be little left for Fury to prove after defeating Usyk. He pointed out that while British boxing fans may clamor for a Fury-Joshua showdown, logistical challenges could complicate such a matchup. Hatton added, "At that stage of his career after beating Usyk, what is there really for Tyson to prove? There is nothing more for Tyson to achieve. British boxing fans would love the AJ fight, but there are a few hurdles to overcome if it were to happen." Furthermore, Hatton stressed the significance of Fury's potential achievement, suggesting that victory over Usyk would solidify his status as the best British heavyweight in history. He expressed a desire to see his friend retire and enjoy the rewards of his hard work with his family, emphasizing Fury's journey of overcoming obstacles throughout his career. He added, "If he beats Usyk, he will go down as the best British heavyweight in history. At that stage, I'd like to see my mate hang up the gloves and enjoy the fruits of his labor with his family." Concerned for Fury's well-being, Hatton expressed reluctance to see him continue fighting and potentially risking injury in the ring. He highlighted the importance of prioritizing Fury's health and safety after a successful career, urging him to consider retirement as a fitting conclusion to his boxing journey. Hatton mentioned, "He's worked so hard for his entire career. He's overcome some huge obstacles. There's nothing left to prove. I don't want to see my mate continuing to fight and putting himself in environments where he might get hurt." Robert Garcia, a seasoned boxing coach renowned for his expertise in preparing fighters for significant bouts, is intimately familiar with the intricacies of facing Oleksandr Usyk. Having been in Anthony Joshua's corner during his 2022 rematch against Usyk, Garcia witnessed firsthand the challenges posed by the Ukrainian boxer's skill set. As Usyk prepares to clash with Tyson Fury in their upcoming showdown, Garcia shares his insights, tipping Usyk for victory and highlighting the historic significance of the bout. Reflecting on Usyk's work ethic and dedication, Garcia speaks highly of the Ukrainian boxer's character and commitment to his craft. Drawing from personal experience, Garcia recalls Usyk's time training in his gym in Oxnard, emphasizing his hardworking nature, discipline, and genuine rapport with fans and family alike. With Usyk's exemplary qualities in mind, Garcia confidently backs him to emerge victorious against Fury. He said, 100% Usyk, because Usyk's a hardworking man. When I had my gym in Oxnard before I moved to Riverside, that's where he trained in my gym, and he's a very dedicated person, very disciplined, hard worker, a great person also with the fans and his family. He's a great person." Moreover, Garcia acknowledges the formidable challenge that Fury presents due to his imposing size and weight advantage. However, he maintains his belief in Usyk's ability to overcome these obstacles and secure a victory. While recognizing the difficulty of the task ahead, Garcia's endorsement of Usyk stems from a combination of admiration for his work ethic and a strategic assessment of the matchup. Expressing a degree of personal bias in favor of Usyk, Garcia nonetheless emphasizes the formidable nature of the task at hand. He anticipates a closely contested battle, envisioning Usyk ultimately prevailing by decision, but acknowledging the arduous nature of the fight. He further added, 100% Usyk. I think it's a very tough decision because Fury's so big and so heavy that it's going to make it so difficult for Usyk. It's a tough one. Maybe I'm being biased because I want Usyk to win. I think Usyk will pull off a decision, but it's not going to be easy. Garcia's analysis underscores Usyk's attributes as a dedicated and disciplined athlete, positioning him as the favorite to triumph over Fury in their impending clash. While recognizing the challenges posed by Fury's physicality, Garcia's endorsement of Usyk reflects his confidence in the Ukrainian boxer's skills and character, setting the stage for a compelling showdown in the heavyweight division. Zhilei Zhang, a prominent Chinese fighter, has also weighed in on the highly anticipated bout. Drawing from observations on social media and his own analysis, Zhang shares his perspective on the fighter's physical condition and predicts a victory for Fury based on his advantages in size and reach. Observing the preparations of both fighters, Zhang notes the positive reception of their training regimens on social media, indicating that both competitors are entering the ring in peak physical condition. Despite acknowledging Usyk's skill and determination, Zhang's gut feeling leans towards Fury securing a decision victory due to his significant physical advantages in height, reach, and flexibility, which play a crucial role in the heavyweight division. He said, "Based on what I saw on social media, both of the fighters are coming in great shape. My gut feeling is leaning towards Tyson Fury by decision. Size matters in this division. Tyson Fury is taller, has longer reach, and is more flexible." Moreover, Zhang emphasizes the uphill battle Usyk faces as the smaller fighter in the matchup, highlighting the inherent challenges posed by Fury's imposing physical stature. While acknowledging that victory is not impossible for Usyk, Zhang underscores Fury's natural advantages as a pivotal factor in the outcome of the fight. He added, "Usyk going into the fight as the smaller man has it all to do. It's not impossible for him, but Fury has natural advantages." In assessing the tactical dynamics of the matchup, Zhang points to the potential significance of bodywork, drawing parallels to Usyk's previous encounters, such as his fight against Daniel Dubois. Speculating on Fury's approach, Zhang suggests that the British boxer may seek to exploit perceived weaknesses in Usyk's defense, particularly focusing on targeting the body to disrupt his opponent's rhythm and stamina. He further mentioned, "I don't think Tyson Fury even trained for Francis Ngannou. Usyk, we saw with Dubois that bodywork can cause issues. Some say it was a low blow, but I'd imagine Tyson will be looking to exploit any perceived weaknesses he can." Ariel Helwani, a revered figure in sports journalism, has weighed in on the upcoming clash between Tyson Fury and Oleksandr Usyk. Speaking during the DAZN Boxing Roundtable, Helwani delves into the significant pressure facing Fury and the implications for his legacy, contrasting it with Usyk's relatively lighter burden heading into the fight. Helwani begins by emphasizing the weight of expectations resting on Fury's shoulders, attributing it to his recent performances and the scrutiny he faced following his bout against Francis Ngannou. He contends that Fury's credibility and legacy are on the line, characterizing the upcoming fight as a pivotal moment that could redefine his career trajectory. Moreover, Helwani claimed that the post-fight reaction to Fury being dropped by the former UFC heavyweight champion has resulted in the upcoming super fight as being almost an indictment or a referendum on his career and legacy.
I think there's a tremendous amount of pressure on Tyson Fury's shoulders, way more than Oleksandr Usyk for several reasons. His last couple of fights weren't against the best. They weren't the fights that people wanted to see him against. Then he fights Francis and does not look good. And now I feel like this is like almost an indictment, a referendum on his career and legacy, because then he gets hurt, then he gets cut, right? And people, to your point, maybe thought he was never really serious about taking this fight.
Acknowledging the prevailing doubts surrounding Fury's recent form, Helwani notes that even a minor setback against Usyk could tarnish his legacy, underscoring the high stakes involved in the bout for the British boxing sensation. Despite these challenges, Helwani remains optimistic about Fury's prospects, expressing his belief in the fighter's ability to defy expectations and reclaim his status as the dominant force in the heavyweight division.
And I feel like Tyson Fury has to answer a lot of questions. Like, there aren't as many questions on Usyk's shoulders going into this fight, but given how he looked and how he fought and how he performed against Francis, if he slips on a banana peel here, if he doesn't look good, I feel like everyone's going to rewrite, I don't think it's fair, but just rewrite the whole story of his reign and career.
Despite his underwhelming performance against Ngannou in his recent match and the weight of the title of undisputed heavyweight champion on his shoulders, Helwani remains steadfast in his support for the Gypsy King to emerge victorious in Riyadh this Saturday.
Where do you guys stand on this one? Who do you think will be undisputed heavyweight champion come the evening on May 18th? Fury?
I say he shocks a lot of people, and he turns back the clock, so to speak, and he reminds everyone why he's the man.
Helwani's prediction in favor of Fury is rooted in his conviction that the British boxer will rise to the occasion and deliver a standout performance in Riyadh. He anticipates Fury shocking critics and reaffirming his position as the preeminent figure in heavyweight boxing, buoyed by his unmatched skill and determination. Highlighting a crucial factor influencing Fury's preparation, Helwani raises concerns about the impact of the bout's postponement on the fighter's mindset and training regimen. He speculates about the potential challenges of maintaining peak readiness over an extended period and the risk of peaking too early, underscoring the complexities of the competitive landscape at the highest level of the sport.
The one thing that I'm worried about for him in this fight, and I wonder how you guys feel about it, he was so close to getting the fight. Like, he was locked in. When I spoke to him the day after the fight got canceled, he looked like a bull with steam coming out of his ears, right?
Yeah.
He was so mad. He was 2 weeks away from the fight happening. Now what he has to do is, that was in early February, or late January, you have to take your foot off the gas, and then you have to ramp up.
Helwani, who has been around top-level fighters for several decades, explained how when a fight gets postponed at the last minute, you have to take your foot off the gas and then ramp up again when the match is rebooked. Helwani mentioned that if Tyson is taking it seriously, he's currently undergoing a nice little training camp and he has to improve. Maybe he could go full force. However, for a guy who was revved and ready to go, sometimes peaking too early can come back to hurt you. He also remarked that Tyson looked so ready and so mad, and he wondered if adding 3 months of a training camp meant he had it in him to switch it off and go through it all over again.
If Tyson wasn't taking it seriously, he's just going through a nice little training camp now. He had to get better. Maybe he couldn't go full force. But for a guy who was that revved and ready to go, sometimes you peak too early, and that comes back to hurt you. And so I'm really wondering, because he looked so ready. He was so mad, because I think he was ready. And so I'm wondering, now you add 3 more months of a training camp, does he have it in him, or did he have it in him, to switch it off and then go through it all over again?
In contemplating Usyk's potential victory, Helwani acknowledges the seismic impact it would have on the boxing world, positioning the Ukrainian as a future legend if he were to triumph over Fury and secure a victory in a potential rematch. He recognizes Usyk's growing stature within the sport and the significance of his potential achievements in reshaping the narrative of the heavyweight division. Helwani's insights provide a nuanced perspective on the dynamics of the Fury-Usyk matchup, offering valuable context and analysis for fans and pundits alike as they await the highly anticipated showdown. With opinions divided and the outcome uncertain, Helwani's assessment adds depth to the discourse surrounding one of boxing's most anticipated bouts, underscoring the drama and intrigue of elite-level competition.
And people have been slow to give him those props, but I think now it's finally coming. I think he goes down as one of the greatest ever. If he does this, and then the rematch as well, and he wins that fight, I mean, considering the resume that you're talking about, I think there's a very strong case to be made.
Tony Bellew, a former professional boxer turned analyst, offers a candid assessment of the upcoming showdown, providing insights into the contrasting physical attributes and skill sets of the two fighters. Bellew begins by highlighting the disparity in size between Fury and Usyk, emphasizing that if they were of equal stature, the outcome of the fight would be a foregone conclusion in Fury's favor. He said, "If Tyson Fury and Oleksandr Usyk were the same size, this wouldn't even be a contest. There is no way in the world Fury would win a round, let alone the fight." Bellew underscores the significance of Fury's imposing physical presence, which poses a formidable challenge for Usyk, despite the Ukrainian's exceptional boxing prowess. He added, "Fury's physical attributes are what makes it intriguing and close. He is fighting a guy who is 6 inches smaller. On paper, it's not fair. A huge monster facing a little guy. There are weight divisions for a reason." Despite the perceived mismatch in size, Bellew acknowledges Usyk's remarkable ability to transcend weight divisions and compete at the highest level of the sport. He lauds Usyk as the epitome of boxing excellence, describing him as the purest and best boxer Fury has ever encountered. Drawing from his own experiences in the ring, Bellew attests to Usyk's unparalleled skill and technical mastery, positioning him as a formidable opponent for Fury. He added, "But Usyk has made the successful jump to heavyweight because he really is that good. He is the purest and best boxer Fury will ever face in his life. The guy is on another platform. There are boxers, and then there is Usyk. I speak from knowledge and, unfortunately, experience." While recognizing Fury's commendable dedication and physical conditioning leading up to the fight, Bellew remains skeptical of the British boxer's chances against Usyk. He contends that Usyk's innate boxing acumen and technical proficiency present a unique challenge for Fury, one that he may struggle to overcome despite his best efforts. He mentioned, "I must give Fury credit, though. He looks in unbelievable shape. He has definitely taken this seriously. This is not the Francis Ngannou fight happening again. This is a Fury who is 100% focused and 100% dedicated. I still don't think it will be enough, though. For the first time in his career, Fury is facing a guy who is naturally a better boxer and technically more awkward." Moreover, Bellew speculates on the potential implications of a victory for Usyk, suggesting that it would solidify his status as one of the greatest fighters in history. He highlights Usyk's remarkable achievements across various levels of competition, from the amateur ranks to the professional circuit, underscoring his dominance and versatility as a fighter. He added, "If Usyk wins in Riyadh, he may just be the greatest fighting specimen the world has ever seen. He has has gone to every champion's backyard and won belts. He has won Olympic, European, and world gold. He has dominated the amateurs and the pros. In assessing the upcoming bout, Bellu's analysis offers valuable insights into the dynamics at play and the formidable challenges facing both Fury and Usyk. With contrasting styles and skill sets, the fight promises to be a compelling clash of titans, showcasing the best that boxing has to offer on the world stage. Spencer Brown, Tyson Fury's manager, sheds light on the potential trajectory of Fury's career, indicating that regardless of the outcome of his bout with Oleksandr Usyk, a showdown with domestic rival Anthony Joshua remains a distinct possibility. Brown emphasizes the unwavering interest of Turki Usyk, a prominent figure in Saudi Arabia, in orchestrating a matchup between Fury and Joshua. According to Brown, Usyk's pursuit of the Fury-Joshua bout is steadfast, transcending the result of Fury's impending clash with Usyk. This unwavering commitment underscores the immense appeal and financial allure of a Fury-Joshua showdown in the eyes of both fans and stakeholders. He added, "It doesn't matter whether Tyson wins, loses, or draws, it doesn't matter. Turki Usyk still wants him to fight Anthony Joshua. Simple as that. Whether he wins, whether he loses, or whether he draws, the fight he wants is that fight against AJ, so he will go after that fight." Anticipating the magnitude of a potential Fury-Joshua showdown, Brown underscores the pivotal role played by the Saudi Arabian organizers, who have expressed keen interest in hosting the blockbuster event. Brown hints at the possibility of staging the first encounter between Fury and Joshua in Riyadh, with the prospect of a follow-up bout at Wembley Stadium, further amplifying the spectacle. Despite the prospect of a Fury-Joshua extravaganza looming large, Brown acknowledges the existence of contractual obligations, particularly with regard to a potential rematch clause in Fury's agreement with Usyk. While expressing uncertainty regarding the immediate scheduling of the Fury-Joshua bout, Brown suggests that various scenarios could unfold, contingent upon Usyk's financial backing and strategic considerations. He added, "I'm sure we will see Tyson Fury versus Anthony Joshua. When Tyson beats Usyk, that fight is enormous. It's bigger than big, isn't it? The Saudis have mentioned it to me, and mentioned it to all of us. The first one would be in Riyadh, and if there was a taste for a second one, they would put it on at Wembley. Imagine that." Moreover, Brown speculates on the feasibility of Usyk relinquishing his position as a mandatory challenger in favor of a lucrative step-aside arrangement, thereby paving the way for a Fury-Joshua showdown. While acknowledging the potential complexities involved in navigating contractual obligations and competing interests, Brown remains optimistic about the eventual realization of the highly anticipated matchup between Fury and Joshua. Brown further mentioned, "I don't think Tyson Fury and Anthony Joshua, in my opinion, will happen next because we have a rematch clause with Usyk, but it's all down to Turkey's wallet. We've got a few scenarios here. Is Usyk-Joshua a fight we want to see again? Or do we all want a Fury-Joshua? When Usyk loses, does he say, 'I'll take the step aside and then fight the winner'? Personally, probably yes. After achieving what even Fury couldn't, knocking out Francis Ngannou in a mere 5 minutes back in March, Joshua was assured a chance at the coveted undisputed world titles. However, the anticipation for AJ's undisputed showdown must now simmer as the Brit gears up to face mandatory challenger Filip Hrgović, slated for his return in September. However, Tyson Fury was dismissive of AJ after his recent win, as he said, "Styles make fights, and my style for him is kryptonite. I've always said AJ is built to measure for me. Just because he knocked out that guy with a right hand, it's not the same. His style is made for me. Once we get through the rabbit, then we go down for AJ." Sugar Hill Stewart, the esteemed trainer guiding Tyson Fury, has provided valuable insights into Fury's physical preparation ahead of his highly anticipated clash with Oleksandr Usyk. As Fury undergoes a notable transformation in his physique, Stewart remains unperturbed, asserting that the alterations are not merely about shedding pounds, but rather optimizing Fury's overall fitness and athleticism for the upcoming bout. Contrary to popular speculation surrounding Fury's weight reduction, Stewart clarifies that the objective is not solely focused on attaining a lower weight, but rather achieving a more optimal physical condition. By refining Fury's physique, the goal is to enhance his strength, agility, and mobility, thereby augmenting his performance inside the ring. He said, "It's not even that he's lighter, he's just more fit. He hasn't dropped a bunch of weight just to get down low. It's just weight where he can be stronger and more mobile and agile and everything else." Drawing parallels to Fury's previous encounters, particularly his rematch with Deontay Wilder, Stewart highlights the strategic rationale behind Fury's physical adjustments. In the aftermath of their first bout, where Fury endured a knockdown in the final round, Stewart emphasizes the importance of proactive measures to avoid similar outcomes. He added, "When he fought Wilder for the second time, he came in at 273 pounds and everybody was questioning. Everyone was doubting everything. Why? Why not? Why would you wait to get knocked out?" Stewart's strategic approach centers on maximizing Fury's physical attributes to exert dominance over his opponents. By meticulously tailoring Fury's training regimen and refining his fighting style, Stewart aims to capitalize on Fury's strengths while mitigating potential vulnerabilities vulnerabilities, ultimately seeking to secure decisive victories in future bouts. Stewart continued, "In the first fight, he waited around and he got caught and knocked down in the 12th round and barely got up. Went on to fight, but that's how you got a draw. I said I'll make sure you don't get the draw. You're going to get a knockout. You're going to push him and let's see what he got. Bully the bully. See how he likes it. Didn't like it too much." Addressing Fury's recent weight fluctuations and physical conditioning, Stewart dismisses concerns about drastic weight cuts, emphasizing instead the significance of sustained improvements in Fury's overall athleticism and boxing prowess. This holistic approach underscores Stewart's commitment to nurturing Fury's development as a complete fighter, ensuring that he remains primed for success in the competitive realm of heavyweight boxing. He continued, "It's not like it's a weight cut. The way he looks and the way he's moving and the way he's boxing, the way he's punching, all this is because he wants to be better." In a recent interview with Fight Hype, Mike Tyson said that Tyson Fury will prevail in the upcoming fight. Tyson said, "That is going to be an interesting fight. I'm going towards Tyson Fury because I think he's just going to overpower him. He's going to catch up with him and overpower him. I gotta go with Fury. I think he's the best fighter in the world, especially in the heavyweight division." During a subsequent interview, Mike Tyson stressed the significance of avoiding fixation on past performances. Even though Fury's performance against Francis Ngannou was lackluster, Tyson reminded viewers that Fury still holds the title of reigning champion and is allowed occasional off nights. He attributed Fury's subpar showing to merely being a bad night at work, underscoring the universal truth that all athletes encounter setbacks and obstacles.
You should, but you got to understand he's still champion. You know what I mean? He made that night a great night. He gave Francis the opportunity, and this is just a bad night at the office for him. We all report today, but we have a bad night. And listen, that was his bad night.
Looking forward to the upcoming clash with Usyk, Tyson conveyed his excitement for what he anticipated to be an enthralling showdown. Acknowledging the talents and capabilities of both fighters, Tyson leaned toward Fury as his favored contender for victory. Pointing to Fury's formidable physical stature and unyielding fighting approach, Tyson forecasted that Fury would ultimately dominate Usyk and emerge victorious.
I'm gonna look forward to that fight. That's gonna be an interesting fight. I'm going towards Tyson Fury because I think he's just going to overpower him. He's going to catch up with him and overpower him. That's what I think. I could be wrong.
Make sure to check out some of our other videos on the screen if you enjoyed this one.